Well, like it says in the thing, I did start on the Death Star, but I very quickly transitioned into Millennium Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell that the fun job was the Millennium Falcon, and eventually I got to do the whole rear section of it, both bottom and top, where all the engines are.
So what challenges do you have, time-wise? If they say, look, we need this in 7 weeks,
Yeah.
help, what do I do? Or...
It is true. Everything has its value. If it's only going to be in one shot, all of the pod, the escape pod, it's only worth so much because it's never going to be seen again. I think you just see it twice, once in the far distance. And so they'll say something like, well, that's worth 2 weeks. We want that done in 2 weeks. And other ships, like the big White Star Destroyer, of course, are going to be seen in lots of different scenes. So it can take quite a bit more. And talking about money from a long time ago doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
So I sometimes say it's like cars, The White Star Destroyer would be like a very expensive BMW, or that kind of a
Now
thing.
listen, we have some questions. We've got a question here from the audience, and this is, have you ever made a model more than once? I mean the same thing.
Have I ever? I've made them more than once, meaning I've done multiple TIE fighters because we had several of them, and then we had to blow up some. And X-wings, of course, we did multiple ones. But oh yes, we did. The Millennium Falcon, because he had to hide from Boba Fett, or actually tried to hide from Boba Fett.
Tried. Yeah.
Yes, the original one was 4 feet in diameter, but it was like this big, heavy hamburger, that was when it would move, it's
Still going back to the hamburger.
big, heavy hamburger.
Now we have another question here as well. Very popular. The Lewis family. Now, the most challenging model made.
Well, in some ways, it's a time thing. When somebody tells you that they absolutely have to have it in 7 weeks to shoot it on the stage for schedule reasons, and you have to do whatever you can do, those things are pretty hard. And that was Darth Vader's big Star Destroyer. I think it's called the Executor in the film, although we didn't call it that when we were making it. But it had to be done in 7 weeks.
Wow.
So that, and it had, I think it had about 200,000 lights in it. So, yeah, and I only know that because I would measure how many lights were in 1 inch, and then I knew how many linear feet there were, and I multiplied it times.
What about Revenge of the Sith? The models there.
What is that again?
The Revenge of the Sith. I
Yeah.
think we may have a bit of film of that.
Yeah.
Well, we don't at the moment. But doesn't. I mean, here we are. There's a
Yeah.
nice planning station here.
Digital technology